do you have any kind of questions or any issues that you have had on the track, or any situations where you kind of thought?
What about your droop settings? How do you know how much?
Ooh, varies from car to car, varies from track to track. Most manufacturers will have a recommended droop setting, right? But that does vary depending on the track.
Is that for curbs?
It's for curbs, it's for bumps, it's for grip, it's a number of things depending on the travel you want. If you're braking, you might, if it's like a very fast circuit, high grip, you want more travel on the rear because it's going to really go down and lift up. So droop settings, I mean, we just run manufactured droop settings, and we very rarely change because they've done the testing, they know what's best.
And also because of most events, and in most situations, you're at an event where you only have kind of 2-3 days to kind of get the car basically right. If I was here for 5-6 days in a row, I'd adjust the droop settings. I'd adjust everything on that car just to see how it affected on the track. But yeah, because most events are only 2 or 3 days, you don't really concentrate on it. It's only if somebody else decides to go, sure, I'll change the droop, and it works, then it will generally kind of get passed around, or you'll find out either way. Actually, another thing I thought of axle heights.
That is true. He's not a mechanic, so I'm saying.
Yeah, that's kind of it. Do you have any other questions or any?
What does anti-squat do on the back? We'll get them on the minis.
What's that?
It comes with anti-squat on the back of the minis.
Yeah, we have similar. We have a change of toe-in that adjusts the squat. Again, it's trial and error. It can affect
more wishbones on the back. Instead of being level, they're twisted.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
Is that the same as you've got on yours?
No, ours are all fixed. No, our squat's done by the.
They're shimmed out. Yeah. Shimmed up about 3 mil to the front to the back.
I don't know is the answer. If I had a mini and we were down here for a week, we'd try everything. We would know. So
the general prognosis: don't be afraid to try it. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Don't think, it's got to be right. You know, everybody else is running it. You might find that position that works better than anybody else's. You don't know.
Obviously, on a general track situation, I said like you can't change like the laws of gravity. You can't change what an actual setup change make. You can't change what it does on the track. The laws of physics, you can't change it. All you can do is make sure that it's balanced to the driving style of you or your driver, and make sure it's balanced so that it's getting the most speed coming out of a corner, coming into a corner, and going through a corner. And it's just
what we do is, I suppose, I don't know about the minis or I know other people, but what we do when we go to other circuits, because we go to so many different circuits, you never know what's going to be working at each circuit. So because every circuit is completely different setup, we have what we class as a base setup. Okay, where we have the shocks in the same position, we have zero camber on the front, we have a 128 toe-in on the rear. We have a base setup, and it doesn't matter where we go. When I go home, I'll measure this setup, I'll write it down, say that's the setup we were using for Brookland, but then I'll reset the car when I rebuild the car at the base setup. Next circuit we go to, I will then start adjusting and then take the measurements at the end of the day, not after we go, at the end of the day, when I get home I'll take all the measurements, but then I'll set it to that base setup again. Because it never be the same in every circuit.
Yeah.
Always going to be different. So once you've got a base setup, that's when you always start with, and then you can start adjusting afterwards.
Yeah.
And if your car works brilliantly here, and you go to one wheel, or you go to mend it, it's not going to work. It will not work. You'll have to, so you need to go set your car up, your base again, and then start again when you go to another circuit. But write it down, then you know next time.
Yeah. Always just write everything down. Try and learn as much as possible. Talk to anybody and everybody you can. You don't have to agree with them. You don't have to turn around and go, oh yeah, your word is the holy word. And nobody should expect anybody else to absolutely think that about their. I don't expect anybody to say, and take even one fraction of what I say on board and maybe apply it to their setup. And if it works, then happy days. That's job done. And if I can teach somebody one thing, I'm happy because that's, as I said, I've raced 12 years, and even something like a situation, we raced in Croatia at the European Championships in 2004. We were boat racing at the time. In 5 days practice, I did 9 laps, okay, because I kept on getting interference. We had everybody, anybody trying to help us with our car, saying try this, try that, replace battery. Even Ian Oddie gave us his spare controller to try. As it happens, it turned out to be just a throttle rod was hitting against the engine and was just causing interference. And it was when
someone came up and said, "Can I try something?" I said, "Try what you like, we've had what to do."
Yeah.
And he put a bit of shrink wrap over the throttle rod. Instantly cured.
It was one of the most frustrating moments, but what was brilliant about it was that we had 5-10 people trying to help us, and that's the joy, and that's what you want to see in racing. Doesn't matter if it's a mini or if it's a competition car, it doesn't matter if the car is worth 200 quid, 1200 quid, it doesn't matter. You want to be able to share and ask as much questions and give as much info as possible.
But again with setup, don't think that because you go around you're ultra quick and everybody comes up and copies your setup. You're not going to be quick. It's not necessarily going to work. For example, we were at the factory last week and we were telling them what this circuit was like, and he said, "I'll tell you now, you need maximum flex, because this is naturally a very stiff car. This is like a go-kart, and we can take off top trays and take off all the screws and get lovely loads of flex."
Well, it did work.
So
at
we
first.
put the flex on. I've got it maximum stiff again now.
Yeah.
He prefers it stiff. So it's a driving style.
And one of the RS5 factory drivers in Holland, he has the maximum flex on his car because he prefers it with maximum flex.
He's not as aggressive as Cormac.
Yeah,
so he can drive with a flexible car,
yeah.
Whereas Cormac's very aggressive and the car's flexing too much.
Like is Jarrett's setup much different to Wade's?
Very similar, really.
Yeah.
I would say. We think they have similar driving styles, both very aggressive, all on, all.
Yeah, go hard or go home kind of thing.
Driving like it's stolen.
Got a switch for the throttle. Yeah, that's what he has.
But always take somebody's base setup and go, okay, I'll try it, but don't think it's automatically going to work, and don't think that.
That is probably one of the biggest mistakes we all make, isn't it?
Yeah,
we do it at the Euros, you know, where the factory comes up and says, "Oh yeah, we've done this, it works really well." We don't just say, "Oh, put it on, it's going to work." We just say, "Well, we'll try it." You put it on, and he says, "No, that's rubbish."
You
right,
basically
take it off.
you end up chasing your tail. You end up chasing your tail, and you end up going, what the hell am I doing? And actually, in those situations where you're at a racetrack and I suppose nothing's working for you because you're going from one thing to another, take a step back, and this is why it's important to have a base setup. Take a step back, go back to the base setup, and then go from there. It's one of the big. We've done it a couple of times, and we've.
And exactly the same appears, ignoring the minis now. Exactly the same appears for differentials, right? Where differentials, because someone can say, "Oh yeah, I can use an SCS diff with ramp 2, it's brilliant." Don't think, "Oh, I'm going to put that in," because it will only work if you're an aggressive driver and you can handle it. A lot of people can't handle an aggressive diff.
Also, Nick, is it corner speed's very important, isn't it?
Sorry?
Corner speed in racing to get a good lap time is key to a good lap time, isn't it?
That's why it's so important to have this steering and the whole car balance, so that when you go into that corner you have that. Now, obviously you don't. Some people, and even myself, and it's called overdriving. You don't think I have to go into that corner as fast as possible. I have to go around that corner as fast as possible. No. It's not always about that.
You'll see that. You'll see a guy going round, and they go around the corner, and the engine's revving. You think, bloody hell, he's quick, but he's not, because his engine's revving. He's sliding. It sounds quick, but he's not quick.
He's not hitting.
Whereas the guy who's going around, you say, he looks quite good. Bloody hell, he's done a quick time.
Yeah, because he's not hitting the apex at the right time, and two, he's hitting the apex at the right time, and two, he's getting the best exit speed out of that corner. It's not always about how you go into the corner, it's how you go out of the corner and how you exit out of that and how you go bang on power. And yeah, that's like, it's just trial and error, try.
I mean, everything we've told you today, we've actually had to do. This is the first race we've done on this car. We ran it for an hour just to bed it all in, but everything we've literally. It's one of the best tracks to come to because it's different to any other track. So we've changed everything on this car. It's taken us 3 days to get it reasonably well.
Also,
not perfect, but it's pretty darn
also
good.
from a driving point of view, like I was driving on Friday and I was struggling. I was really struggling. I couldn't really wrap my head around it. And
was it you in that car then?
maybe it was a trial car. But
no, it was black and white when he was there.
And I just couldn't I couldn't go 5 minutes without making a stupid mistake. Realistically, the setup didn't really change much between Friday and Saturday. I go out Saturday and my driving's completely different. Now that's unexplainable for drivers. So from a mechanic's point of view, you don't understand. For us drivers, what goes in our head, it's unexplainable. Anybody will tell you it's a mesh of wires that when we're out on that track, we can't really control what we do on the day. All we can do is go out there and kind of go, okay, I'll drive the best I can. But when you're out on that track, you don't know how you're going to drive. So it was just amazing from my point of view that I went out completely different, and I drove completely differently between Friday and Saturday. I don't know, the setup didn't change much. I just went out Saturday and I was so much smoother, and I was like, I'm getting the track. But nothing really changed. I don't know why. I can't explain.
You race each other as well, isn't it? You know, Mark's pretty quick and all, but I mean he's struggling this weekend with a couple of other half people, isn't it? Do you think your brain?
Yeah, the biggest thing from a driving point of view, the biggest thing you can do is go to events. If you're out on a track on your own, that's good for trying setup stuff, but it's no good for actually racing. The best thing you can do is go to every single race that you can, because
or if you've got a good friend and two of you turn up, take turns where one stays in front and he's not driving at full speed and the other one has to try and get past, and you block it, but not legally. Don't touch. It's good practice to try and get past someone without hitting them. And then swap over and do the opposite. Say, right, try and block someone. It's really
like
good practice.
you know, I'm the kind of driver that I thrive on defending and attacking the position. I absolutely thrive on it. It's what, if I'm attacking the position, I absolutely love it.
He prefers being behind.
Yeah. I prefer being behind. I hate being in front because you're always under pressure, but I also thrive on it. And it's because I've spent years, I've just kind of tried to go, okay, it's a race situation. I've got to try and get past this person. I'm going to kind of try and learn as much as possible. Whereas if I spent years just being out on the track on my own, that's not going to help a race situation.
That's why he's only racing at half speed during the qualifying. Just as a final footnote, I
have one question. When it's pissing down with rain, aren't we? What are you sitting up there?
I don't know, he's shite. So. Just one final note, very important thing. When you're up on the rostrum, just remember what colour your car is.
Thanks, guys. Final footnote. Get a decent mechanic. I know. Just always go to a race meeting on the intention of having fun. And
yes, exactly.
If you're not enjoying it, don't do it. But if you're enjoying it, keep on doing that, and the struggles will pay off.
And that's why we came here, because we know it's great fun here, good crowd here. And enjoy themselves.
Yeah, and thanks for listening.
Vicious rumours.
Yeah, thanks for listening, and I hope you learn a thing or two.
Okay, give it for Cormac and Nick.